One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken. He rides onto his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals report he paves his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Man, oh man, we made it one more decade, around the planet, man. Much love, honor, respect, everybody, man. Let's get it in. We got actually a lot to discuss today. As you guys can see from the title here, China imposes 125% tariff on the U.S. By the way, that's 125 on top of what they already put on us originally. And then Hudson River helicopter crash. I believe there were 6 people that were unalived in that situation. So, of course, we're going to go into that as well. And then, as you guys can also see, because of those are the 2 breaking news stories of today. Nothing else is breaking as of right now. We've got, it's my big 3-0 birthday, man. Here we go. We made it. We made it. Can't believe that my 20s have expired, but guess what? You know what I mean? It is what it is, and I'm excited, both happy and excited, excited, sad as well to, leave that behind, but now I'm going into my new chapter of life, man, so here goes to 30, man, to the 30s. So much love, honor, and respect to everybody. Hopefully everyone's having a good one, man. But before we get into the craziness of the whole stream, make sure you guys hit that like button. That's, number one metric of all of YouTube. Helps out the show immensely, and it's free. If you guys are brand new to the show, hit that subscribe button because it's also free, man. Please consider becoming a member starting only at $2.99 a month. We're making sure that we're not breaking the bank out here for anybody. But guess what? If it is going to break the bank, don't do it. You know what I mean? Just you guys being here is more than enough. But this is how we get to speak the way that we do because we don't have to cater to views. We don't have to do any of that shit, man. A lot of YouTubers do that. And fortunately for us, we do not have to do that. So all because of you guys in the Breakfast Club. Big W to you guys. And you guys just got 4 new emotes. I believe we get our new section of emotes. If we get another, I forget, Naomi, like 16 more, 15 more members, then we have like more emotes that we can add. So, but you go ahead and let them know in the chat. Anyways, little side note, follow my Instagram right here at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my lifestyle, but of the show as well as Millennial Food Time. This is a great way to contact me personally. Now, if you guys are interested in hanging out with the Breakfast Club, like all of us are hanging out in and very active, actually, is our Discord. Naomi also is posting the Discord link constantly. Not constantly, but periodically. That's the word I'm looking for. So make sure you guys join into the Discord for damn sure. Last but not least, of course, every super chat, super sticker, gifted membership signups, all of these things are, of course, going to be presented and shouted out live onto the show. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube brutal 30% cut, listen, man, I'd really appreciate it if you guys would send it to these platforms here, because obviously YouTube doesn't, that 30% cut is brutal. So if you guys want to send it over there, of course, I will be shouting out your message and your chats. Of course, I have it pulled up, ready to go. So when it does happen, I'm not skipping it or whatever. I've got it right here, right now already. speaking of, allegedly just sent in $100 saying happy birthday. Allegedly. Oh my God, dude. No way. Man, that was crazy. Like, I was like, yeah, I'm going to pull this up, have it ready to go so I don't miss anything. Well, allegedly, thank you so much for your kind and selfless support. And thank you guys. I see all of you guys up in here. What's up, Panelverse? Hopefully you're doing very good. We got Naomi as well as Dragon Classy. Good morning to you. Hopefully you guys are doing fantastic. We got Tiffany up in here as well as Biker News Canada. That's right, my man. 10 times around the sun. Yeah, that's right. But I appreciate you, Biker News Canada. And yes, it will be a whole party for this whole weekend for me. That's for damn sure. What's up, Steve Posey? Good morning to my man right there. And thank you, Dragon Classy. Very much appreciate that. Hardwire 1%er up in here. Appreciate you as well, man. Penguin Posse, my man. It's been a minute. Oh, man, I very much appreciate that, by the way. What's up, David? Shout out to my man. We got Brother Red as well saying, what's going down, y'all? Happy Friday. Yes, happy Friday to all of you guys. We've made it to Friday, you know? And I can't complain, man. Having your birthday on a Friday is always a dope time. You know what I mean? And yeah, that's right, man. That's right. We got Tats up in here. Good morning. Good afternoon to you over there in the UK, across the pond from us. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. And thank you, Brother Red. I very much appreciate that. We're trying to catch up with you guys so we can get into the whole madness of today. Papa Penguin, my man, good to see you. And also very much appreciate that. We got Moto Gato. What's up, man? TGIF. That is a fact, man. TGIF. That's for damn sure. Got fired from my last job. I barely get days off now, but I still check out all the shows and throw up likes. Hey, man, Penguin Posse, much love, honor, respect to you, man. I'm sorry that you unfortunately got let go from your previous job, but I think we've all been through that ordeal, right? So it's all about landing on your feet. No pun intended. You know what I mean? No pun intended. Got to land on your feet. Oh, shit. We got Brother Straight Jacket as well, man. And yes, that dude, Steve, yeah, he's super suspicious. Super sus. You know what I mean? There are now reports of 150-ish Chinese nationals serving with the Russians in the Ukraine kerfuffle. Wow. Are you serious, dude? Man, where did you get that? That is crazy. I got to do some digging on that for damn sure. And yeah, allegedly it's definitely the GOAT. Definitely. I see you guys. I'm just catching up a little bit in the chat. What's up, Shannon? Thank you so much. I very much appreciate that as well. Hopefully you're doing fantastic. Happy 15th birthday, little feller. Yeah, I wish that would be nice. That'd be nice, right? Mia's controlling my chat today. Give her hell. Hell yeah, dude. That's his daughter. We got Carney's right up in here. Sends in a 5 spot, by the way, saying for a pre-roll. Yes, sir, man. Thank you for that, Carney. I very much appreciate that, kind sir. Let's see. We got Ease Up. That's right. That's damn facts. Brother 13 up in here as well, man. We got Greg. What's good, Greg McBee? Hopefully you're doing fantastic as well, man. Good to see you guys. Nikis, happy. I very much appreciate that. Thank you for that. And holy shit, we have Naomi sending in a $20 donation on PayPal, saying, because I am not there to buy my love a drink. Well, thank you very much for sending that. That's very, very selfless of you. Seriously. Thank you for that. And that's right. XV3, I see you up in here. That's facts. That's facts, bro. Lion Lily, what's good? Hopefully you're doing good as well this beautiful Friday morning. It was, speaking of, it was super, like, just a lot of thunder, a lot of lightning last night. It looked beautiful, though. A lot of wind. But this morning now it looks totally beautiful. Not a single cloud in the sky. It's just totally gorgeous out. So Rabbit of Chaos, thank you so much for that as well. I see you. We're about to get into it, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just trying to show my, I got to show appreciation to my people, man. Everyone that's in here, you guys are legends, man. Thank you guys. Trigger warning. Yes, sir. I very much appreciate that as well, man. Let's see. Story came out after the Ukrainians captured a couple of them. Holy shit, dude. I got to check that out. Joseph saying, good morning, Mr. Ball, Breakfast Crew, BNC, and can't forget the haters. Happy birthday, Mikey. Hey, man, I very much appreciate you, kind sir, and stop the cap. Good to see you, man. Cowboy as well. Yo, what's good, man? And thank you for the happy birthday wishes, man. Gotta love the support. The chat shows for Mike Ball. Thank you all. Yeah, that's a fucking fact. You guys in the Breakfast Club. The Breakfast Club is insane, man. We're almost there. Sorry, we're catching up. We're catching up. We got Clover Tack. These losers are not worthy of appreciation. Come on now. Oh shit. Get them, Cook. Get them. Look out. It's gonna get down. It's gonna get crazy. Hit that like, by the way. Yes, I very much appreciate you reminding me to do that. 12 in the building. Oh shit. Whoop whoop. All right, you guys, and we got SNS as well. Good morning to you as well, kind sir. All right, thank you guys for all of the birthday wishes, man. I'm very honored by that. All right, let's go ahead and get into the whole thing regarding the new imposed 125% tariff on U.S. goods. And then, of course, we'll be going into the Hudson River helicopter crash afterwards. And then there's actually a little thing going on regarding one of the unions. I'm going to have to remember to go back to and check it, but to keep this chronologically correct in my, the way that I'm laying it out. There's a union that is backing one of, basically Trump and his tariffs and what he's doing right now, which I thought was interesting, and it's in the news. So anyways, let's go ahead and check out how they're dealing with all of this. Yes, make sure you guys hit that
617 here on the
like, man. We can't be having that kind of craziness. Carney's calling you guys out, man. We got Brophy as well, man. Good morning, kind sir. And thank you for stopping by and wishing me a happy birthday, man. Always appreciate you, kind sir.
East Coast, and welcome back to Live Now from Fox. We are staying on top of this breaking news this Friday morning. China strikes back with 125% tariffs on U.S. goods. The China Commerce Ministry spokesman speaking on this tariff war this Friday morning, he says, quote, the U.S. alternately raising abnormally high tariffs on China has become a numbers game, which has no practical economic significance and will become a joke.
Yo, what's up, brother Beezer? Good morning to you as well, kind sir.
Happy in the Friday. History of the world economy. However, if the U.S. insists on continuing to substantially infringe on China's interests, China will resolutely counter and fight to the end.
Okay, so that quote is actually pretty gnarly. So yesterday, the Commerce Ministry spokesperson for China spoke out, and they said some pretty brutal shit yesterday. But today, them basically saying that, well, let me reread this. The U.S. alternatively raising abnormally high tariffs on China has become a numbers game, which has no practical economic significance and will become a joke in the history of the world economy. However, if the U.S. insists on continuing to substantially infringe on China's interests, China will resolutely counter and fight to the end. Now, that whole fight to the end thing, you guys got to remember when it comes to these trade wars, unfortunately, trade wars can lead into real wars, and they usually do if they're not negotiated. So this is something that, as a political analyst, I am worried about. But still, this is still not my biggest worry as us getting sucked into the whole Iran thing. And I believe that is something that is probably going to happen as someone that analyzes this shit. And as much as I hate to say it, the truth is we need not to take the trap. We need not to take the bait in the Middle East. But this is a close second, if not, right there, tied with significance of what this could really do to us. So I am worried about both of these things. Anyways, back to this.
Quoting, and this coming from a commerce.
Oh, wait. No, I can't get back to this. I haven't properly opened my drink yet. You know what I mean? I haven't properly opened my drink. I got to be able to, hang out with you guys. It's only 10:14 in the morning. It's, it's 5 o'clock somewhere. So cheers to everybody, man. All right. Special birthday beer. Let's go.
Spokesman. Well, early this Friday morning, before we came on the air, the Chinese Foreign Ministry, they did have a live response out of Beijing, China, to the very latest back and forth with the U.S. as relates to this tariff war. I want to play those remarks for you now.
What's up, Todd J? Good morning. Oh boy, here we go with this ordeal again. So this is now the third day that they've had to come out and start talking to the world. And China strikes back with 125% tariff on U.S. goods. And these tariffs go into effect on Saturday, this Saturday, which is tomorrow. So this is 125% tariff on top of what they already had. I believe they had like a 20 or 25% tariff. I can't remember, 20%. So something like that. Anyways, now we're going to have to deal with this part of the news. We're going to have to listen to some translators, not negotiators, translators. And hopefully they don't have some weird AI thing pick it up. Skip ahead a little bit.
Effort for outcomes in cooperation in various fields.
Why do you bring... I don't understand this with the translator thing. Why would you bring a translator? Okay. Why would you bring a translator that is totally not your, you're not even a dude. You're a chick doing this shit. And on top of that, we can barely fucking understand the translator. Like when the translator is hard to listen to, come on, man. Like that's the whole point, is trying to translate this shit. So we got CloverTac coming in, by the way, saying happy birthday, memberships incoming. Wow. He says for 5 months, by the way. He has been here for 5. Actually, that's considered, I think, the 6th month. I think that's how that works. But CloverTac, I very much appreciate you. And he drops a fat 10 bombski on all of you guys, man. If you guys got one, make sure you guys thank the people that are gifting out memberships. This shit ain't free, man. Thank you very much, CloverTac. Man, much mega love and respect for that. And always, and also, if you guys didn't know, go over to CloverTac's YouTube page. Me and him actually did an interview together. Sit down conversation, not even really interview, more of like real good sit down conversation, man. And yeah, go check them out, man. But thank you for that, CloverTac.
Between both sides, which delivers tangibly for the two peoples. This visit comes on the occasion of the 75th anniversary of our diplomatic ties,
from Timu,
which presents a historic opportunity to build on what has been achieved and take the relationship into the next chapter. During the visit, General Secretary Xi Jinping will hold talks with General Secretary Tu Lan, meet with President Lou Chang, Prime Minister Pan Ming-zhong, and Chairman of the National Assembly Tran Man. Taking this visit as an opportunity, we look forward to working with Vietnam to consolidate our traditional friendship as
working with Vietnam. That's what they said, right?
Comrades and brothers, enhance strategic mutual trust, deepen practical cooperation, work for sustained and steady progress in the building of a community with a shared future, and make greater contributions to the building of a community with a shared future for the whole mankind. China and Malaysia are important developing countries and emerging economies in recent years under the strategic...
Man, I hate when I start losing, like, internet signal. It's doing it right now. It's going to be lagging for a second. That's why I paused it. Hopefully, here, it's just starting to come back. But, yeah, I hate that shit because I don't want it to lag for you guys.
Guidance of our leaders, the relationship between the two countries maintain high-level development. We have had frequent high-level interactions, continue to consolidate political mutual trust, achieve fruitful outcomes in practical cooperation.
That's right, Gary.
Conduct various cultural and people-to-people exchanges, and engage in close and effective multilateral coordination, setting an example of mutual understanding and win-win cooperation between neighboring...
That's a really good idea, by the way. Real quick, just a quick little side note. For you guys that just got gifted memberships, make sure you guys come around and if you guys haven't become a member, this is a cool opportunity. For tomorrow, we're going to be doing a open panel for the morning. You know what I mean? Instead of doing like some sort of review of something of members only in that regard, we're going to throw an open panel for you guys because it's an open panel to the members, to you guys. And you guys can come up and hang out and talk shit and hang out, whatever you guys want to do. You know what I mean? We're going to have a great ass time tomorrow. And we always have some great discussions when we're able to, all hop on and have a good conversation like that. And yes, open panel for members only tomorrow. That's a fact. So Appreciate the reminder, by the way.
Countries. In 2023, we announced the decision to build a China-Malaysia community with a shared future and open up a new chapter in our bilateral relations. This will be President Xi's first visit to Malaysia in 12 years, which marks an important milestone in promoting the upgrading of our bilateral relations. During the visit, President Xi will meet with Supreme Head King Sultan Ibrahim and hold talks with Prime Minister Anwar Ibrahim. Through this visit, we hope to further step up political and security cooperation, have closer cultural exchanges and mutual learning, and
it's going to be a good-ass time, Steve, I promise.
Better align our strategy of development, strengthen coordination on regional and international issues, move the bilateral relations towards the direction of building a high-level strategic China-Malaysia community with a shared future, and make new contributions to the strength through unity of the Global South and peace and stability in the region. Cambodia is China's traditionally friendly neighbor and ironclad friend.
Thank you for that, Carney. My man over there on the Facebook side. Yes, sir. Appreciate that.
Under the strategic guidance of President Xi and his Cambodian counterpart, the building of the China-Cambodia community with a shared future has entered a new era featuring high quality, high level, and high standard. In recent years, we have continued to deepen strategic mutual trust, enrich the Diamond Hexagon cooperation.
Man, can they just get a translator that can actually speak like with actual decent English here? You know, it's hard when you've got a translator that is translating and they're fucking difficult to listen to. Like, it's hard to even understand the translator, you know? And so I'm doing my best as well to catch up all these little things that they're saying. I'm trying to catch it.
Cooperation framework makes steady progress in the building of fish and rice corridor, achieve fruitful outcomes in cooperation across the board, and all this delivers tangibly for the two peoples. This will be President Xi's first visit to Cambodia in 9 years. He will meet with King Norodom Sihamoni and Queen Mother Moni.
Hell yeah, Beezer. Make sure you pull up, man. We're going to have a good-ass time.
Ness, respectively, met with President of Cambodian People's Party and President of the Senate Hudson, and hold talks with Prime Minister Hun Manet. The two sides will have discussions on upgrading bilateral relations and have in-depth exchange of views on political...
Oh, something wrong. One for English. Press 1 for English. English. E-N-G-R-I-S-H. English.
Mutual trust, mutually beneficial cooperation, security, people-to-people exchanges, and strategic coordination. We believe President Xi's visit will give new elements to the bilateral relations and help our comprehensive strategic cooperative partnership to make more positive outcomes and bring more benefits to the two.
You know, I really think that is the truth, Papa. I really do think that they try their absolute hardest to make it difficult to understand so that they can speak to the world without speaking to the world. They're speaking to their people. I oftentimes see that happen with, I mean, look at Ukraine. Fucking Zelensky does that shit all the time. So does, what's his name up there in Canada? Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. Then all of a sudden he'll be speaking French. You know what I mean? It's like, okay, well, we know why when you heavily kind of go towards that kind of thing where we can't understand you, but you're speaking to the world, you know, it's kind of like, well, I think that they do play that kind of game to make it so that they can speak to us, but then not actually get anything out of it. It happens all the fucking time in politics. So anyways, you guys get the ordeal here. China's 125% tariffs go into effect on Saturday, which is tomorrow. But we'll see how this plays out. Obviously, we'll have to report more on this by the time Monday comes around. There's going to be totally 3, 4, 5 different things that have happened when we come back Monday regarding these tariffs. So, you know, the truth is this is not over. This is not anywhere close to over. And you guys are going to see some crazy retaliatory, I'm guessing, from Trump. You know, you may even come in and put a 400% tariff on them. You know, at this point, anything is possible. Now, real quick, I did want to bring this back and bring this to your guys' attention a little bit. Something that I thought was very interesting before we get into the Hudson River helicopter crash. Since we're talking about these tariffs and all of this, we might as well bring it to this. I'm backing it up all the way here. So, UAW president supports Trump and Trump tariffs despite auto industry impacts. Now, I believe the UAW is, I forget which exact union that is. Let me look up UAW union. I'm looking it up. United Automobile, Aerospace, and Agricultural. So United Auto Workers, UAW. Okay. So that's what they are. Okay. Boom. UAW. Okay, so that is United Auto Workers, United Auto Workers Union. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into this.
U.S. tariffs. We're learning UAW president, that's the United Auto Workers president, Shawn Fain, he's speaking out this morning, showing support for President Donald Trump's tariffs. Right now, we want to check in.
Yo, real quick, I'm sorry. Shannon comes in with becoming a member, by the way. Thank you so much, Shannon, for that. Huge W. W's in here. We're going to have a great time tomorrow. So if you guys are at all interested in joining the panel or hanging out and looking at and listening to some chaos, well, make sure you guys sign up to become a member. And we'll see you guys tomorrow at 10 a.m. CST. Like we normally start, Monday through Friday. But anyways, let's go and get into this.
To Detroit's Robin Murdoch. She joins
Thank you
us
for that,
live
Shannon.
from Metro Detroit with the very latest. Robin, good morning. We've seen this back and forth.
Yeah, it's up, by the way. The party fund, it's up. Naomi will have to bring it up for you. I don't have the link.
What can you share with us this Friday?
Well, as you know, UAW President Shawn Fain, he has been known over the past several years to openly criticize President Donald Trump and his administration. Well, last night he live streamed. He did a live stream with his membership to talk about those 25.
With his membership, he was live streaming probably to YouTube to his members. That's interesting.
5% tariffs that have been imposed by the Trump administration. And he said that those tariffs, they could help. The automakers should be able to absorb those costs as well. And so that was pretty surprising, according to the Center for Automotive Research.
Yo, Miss Lotus, thank you for that, by the way. And happy Friday to you and everyone as well. But hey, I very much appreciate you, Miss Lotus, for that.
Research, those 25% tariffs equal about $41.9 billion in costs for the big three. And we're talking about General Motors as well as Ford and Stellantis. And
Yo, Mount High, I was specifically waiting for you to show up, okay? I was specifically, I actually told myself, I'm going to wait until Mount High comes into the chat, okay? We got our diamond, left-handed tobacco. I sparked it up a little bit this morning just to, as I woke up, right after the shower. Anyways, I only had like one or two. Anyways, let's go ahead and get down with our bad selves with our diamond left-handed tobacco. Absolutely. So we're lighting up, and good to see you, by the way. Happy Friday.
Nearly 7 million vehicles would be affected by those tariffs. Well, Shawn Fain often took to social media during the UAW's historic strike back in 2023 to update his membership, and he did it again last night, saying that he does not support random and reckless tariffs, but he does think that this one could help the auto industry and that it could help revitalize it. Here's more from his nearly hour-long address last night.
The auto tariffs.
Thank you, Brother Todd.
Step in ending the free trade disaster. And with things that are going on with labor and things like that, we don't need to trust Donald Trump or any politician to fix it for us. But I want to be clear about this. The Trump administration.
He posted this on Facebook. I mean, he's all UAW'd out. I mean, this is a big deal, actually. To get the United Auto Workers Union, their president, to speak like this is actually kind of wild. I was not expecting this.
It's the first administration in my lifetime that's been willing to do something about this broken free trade system.
Wow.
Tariffs are the
Good
first
on him.
step. But we need to put out our vision for an auto industry that doesn't leave behind working class people.
No worries, Naomi. Thank you for that.
Now, Fain's address last night, again, it was an hour-long address to UAW membership. It comes a week after those 25% tariffs imposed by the Trump administration went into effect. And some analysts believe that it could cause the price of new vehicles to raise by anywhere from $2,500 to $10,000 as a result of these tariffs. So certainly this is something that we're going to keep in.
Let's see. Papa says, wonder if the UAW throwing their weight behind Trump's tariffs had anything to do with the threatened ILA strike in 2024. And I do remember that strike, and I actually reported on that strike. Now, some of you guys may or may not know this about me, but I used to work basically with the ILWU. I was their Marine side, which is called the IBU, the Inland Boatmen's Union. Okay. And so this is when I was working out, out at sea and all of that shit. Anyways, we used to deal with strikes and all that kind of shit all the time in the port of LA, Long Beach. It was, lightning strikes would happen all the fucking time, or big strikes. I remember the big strike that actually happened right before I got hired regarding when Obama was in office. And I actually got hired when Obama was in office, but it was right before I got hired. It was like watching the whole, it was a big ordeal. Like even Obama was like, I'm going to have to come down there and handle this shit. And, but yeah, this is something that I don't know their political agenda, Papa. I have no idea how them throwing their weight around behind this had anything to do with, I have no idea, but it is interesting to think about.
An eye on. We are reporting live from Metro Detroit. I'm Robin Murdoch. I'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, Robin, thank you.
Yo, Brother Dean, you're saying there's another crash? Another plane crash? Oh, dude. Please don't tell me that.
Thank you so much for that stellar breakdown and overview. A lot of eyes on the latest.
Man, thank you so much for that, Shannon. Something that I very much pride myself on is not only having a two-way street conversation with your, I've always thought it would be really cool to be able to watch a reporter and be able to have a two-way conversation with them. And second of all, my big thing is obviously breaking news, transparent news, world news, geopolitics, and also what I analyze as a political analyst. You know what I mean? Once in a while, I do stop and talk about my thoughts. But so, there is a little bit of biasness in that regard because I will talk about that. But then I'll also talk about things objectively and not my own, thinking process. So I'm very transparent with that. But Shannon, I very much appreciate that.
With U.S. President Donald Trump and now UAW President Shawn Fain. Thank you so much. Have a great and safe rest of your day.
Thank you for that,
And as
Malhi.
we further discuss this topic, as we are in Metro Detroit, I want to take you out and give you a live look here at 614 on the East Coast. There, downtown Detroit, a beautiful skyline on this Friday. We're going to step aside for a quick 2-minute commercial break.
No, we're not going on no commercial break. All right, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and fast forward. So back to where we were with the China strikes, back with the 125% tariffs. So, well, right after that, there's another breaking news story. Okay. So he goes on for a little bit. He goes, I think, for about an hour, for about 45 minutes to an hour. That's how long the dude was up there speaking. Now, I'm sure he's still going to continue to speak, but he's not covered anymore in the news. So anyways, now we've got something interesting here. Britain announces more support for Ukraine's fight against Russia. Now, we already saw that was pretty much the case. We already knew that was already, the Europe as a whole, the EU and all that shit, man, that's just how they are. They just see things wildly different. You know what I mean? And but both of them are in the fucking wrong. You know what I mean? But at this point, it's like, stop supporting all this shit. You won't have as much fucking warfare and deaths. Stop supporting it. What are you doing? Anyways, I'm losing a little bit of signal here. I don't know fucking why. I think it's because of the bad weather that we had last night. So I don't want to start it until I get my full bars back. Okay, now we're good.
and a U.S. envoy flew to Moscow amid ongoing ceasefire efforts. Britain said
Hold on. We missed a little bit of context there.
Look at your screen, the latest information we are getting from our content partners over at the Associated Press. Britain this Friday announcing a surge of military support to Ukraine.
Yo, what's up, Charles? Good morning to you down there in because for you in Australia it's already Saturday morning. Meanwhile, for me, it's Friday morning. Crazy. Anyways, Charles, good morning to you, kind sir.
Ukraine, as the war-ravaged country's Western backers gathered to drum up more weapons and ammunition to fight off Russia's invasion, and a U.S. envoy flew to Moscow amid ongoing ceasefire efforts. Britain said that in a joint effort with Norway, just over 580 million.
And yes, sir, it is the big 3-0 this fucking year. So today, officially, I have to leave behind my degenerate ways. Just kidding, motherfuckers. Degens never fucking die. Yes, we're still going to be our bad fucking selves. Anyways, back to this, man. Appreciate that.
Billion would be spent to provide hundreds of thousands of military drones, radar systems, and anti-tank mines. This as well as repair and maintenance contracts to keep Ukrainian armored vehicles on the battlefield. Well, on the eve of the meeting at NATO headquarters in Brussels, the Ukrainian defense minister said a key issue was strengthening his country's air defenses. He said, quote, Ukraine needs a sufficient number of modern systems like Patriot missile systems. A political decision is needed to supply these systems to protect our cities, towns, and the lives of our people, especially from the threat of Russian ballistic weapons. Our partners have such available systems, end quote. Meanwhile, President Volodymyr Zelensky has renewed his appeals for more Patriot systems since 20 people were killed a week ago, including 9 children, when a Russian missile tore through apartment buildings and blasted a playground in his hometown. Zelensky did join Friday's meeting by video link, so we will continue to follow the very latest on this breaking news alert right here on Live Now from Fox. As we continue with your top stories and headlines, we know the German defense minister and British defense minister delivered opening remarks at a meeting of the Ukraine Defense Contact Group this morning at NATO's headquarters in Brussels, Belgium. Let's take a listen.
I got a couple of them. While they're speaking on this real quick, yeah, I got a couple of them. That Miss Lotus in the chat
to look hard at what more you can do. All military aid now will help Ukraine in the fight today and help secure a durable peace tomorrow. Because the Ukrainian armed forces must be their own strongest deterrent against future Russian attacks. And when President Trump rightly talks about peace through security and peace through strength, it's the commitments here through this contact group that provide the strength to secure that peace. Back in February, when the UK convened and chaired the last UDCG, all 50 nations said that we would step up further. Together then we pledged an extra 1.5 billion euros in aid for Ukraine. Today we will pledge billions more. From the UK we will spend this year £4.5 million in military support to Ukraine, the highest ever level of spending. And today I can announce £350 million to surge support for Ukraine's fighters on the front line.
So they're admitting, or they're not, well, that too, but they're announcing 350 million more Britain pounds are going to support the Ukraine's war. Okay. Well, whatever, dudes. Stupid, dude.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
A package that includes radar systems, anti-tank mines, and hundreds of thousands of drones. And also funding to maintain and repair battlefield equipment. Part of a
I definitely see it. That's funny.
new effort to repair thousands of Ukrainian vehicles. A new effort that we want you to join us in. And this extra support today will strengthen Ukrainian troops in the close fight, strengthen our industrial links with Ukraine, and boost UK-British.
Yeah, the old link we had to re-upload it. So wait on the birthday link for the well, I thought you were talking about the barbecue link. We're also doing I don't know if you guys know, but some people here know, some people don't, but I'm hosting this big barbecue over 4th of July weekend. And we have a GoFundMe link for anyone that wants to help out financially on that, for booze and fireworks and all that bullshit that you're going to, you need for all that. Anyways, birthday link. I don't really have anything going for my birthday or anything like that, but aside from, right here on YouTube, but yeah, anyways, back to this.
Businesses, because we all know here that defence can be an engine for growth, reinforcing our national security and reinforcing our economic growth. And finally, to say this, if I may, 2025 is the critical year for the war in Ukraine, and this is the critical moment. A moment for our defence industries to step up.
That's true, by the way, what Hopper just said, what Brother Steve said. Yeah, it's 100% just like that. It's just the opposite of California, and it's just as radical.
And they are. A moment for our militaries to step up, and they are. A moment for our governments to step up, and we are. Together we are sending...
Yeah, that's what they're announcing right now, Naomi. They're announcing that they are helping by providing 350 million British pounds to support Ukraine in this war, which to me is absurd.
A signal to Russia, and we are saying to Ukraine that we stand with you in the fight, and we will stand with you in the peace. Thank you.
Dear President Zelensky, dear Volodymyr, dear John, dear Rustam, dear colleagues, welcome to the 27th UDCG, and thank you all for joining us in this meeting of the Rammstein Group. 3 years ago,
Rammstein Group?
Almost to the day, this group was established for 3 reasons. As a signal to Ukraine, we are by your side for the long run. To provide tangible support to arm and strengthen the Ukrainian armed forces. And as a signal to Russia, you cannot wait us out. Our support, our resolve is permanent when we have more options. The fact that Germany and the UK are co-chairing the
Oh
UDC...
man, Miss Lotus came in with a $20 freaking donation. She didn't even write it wasn't even a super chat. She just sent in a super sticker. Well, I can't thank you enough for that, Miss Lotus. Seriously. I blasted that. Blasted that. Whoop. Everyone's awake now, motherfuckers. Hey, Miss Lotus, thank you so much, sincerely, for supporting the channel and what we do here. Thank you so much from day one with you, man. I'm really honored. Thank you for everything.
PG underlines that as Europeans, we have a special responsibility for restoring peace and freedom on the European continent. And we are living up to this responsibility. Ukraine has become the epicenter of a broader conflict. A conflict between freedom and oppression, between the recognition of global standards and aggressive imperialism, between democracy...
What's up, X2S? Good morning and happy Friday, by the way.
...and authoritarianism. All this is about whether the strength of law or the law of the strongest will prevail in international relations. It is about whether international relations are governed by peaceful cooperation between sovereign states with equal rights, or whether would-be imperial powers can simply move borders and expand spheres of influence to their liking, as they used to do a long time ago. Now is the time for us to realize how essential these questions are, especially since a window may be opening to take up negotiations. Yet I firmly believe that this window will only open if we show Russia that Ukraine wants to and will.
I think we got hit there for a second. I don't know. I don't know what happened, but we'll just continue on because this is fucking crazy. I don't know what they're doing with us right now on YouTube. I think they just chucked a whole bunch of you guys, but anyways, doesn't matter. We're still going. But this shit right here, right now, this shit is fucking wild. This to me is fucking absurd. I mean, it's absurd that we did as much as we did with Ukraine and how many billions of fucking dollars that we, help Ukraine with, and not only financially, but as well as like militarily. I mean, it's absurd. And now we know what's fucking happening. And now everyone's eyes are open. Now you guys want to financially, basically, you want to continue this bullshit? This is crazy. You want more people to be unalived. So let's go ahead and give more money. Because if there's no more money, guess what? You're not going to be getting, you're not going to be having some crazy ass missiles hitting you and fucking ICBMs and airstrikes and all that shit. It all costs money to do that shit. So why are they supporting this shit way late in the fucking game? Like super fucking late.
To be able to continue fighting if necessary, with more and more advanced weapon systems.
Shit
with
is
sufficient
crazy.
missiles and ammunition, with well-trained forces. After a ceasefire or a possible peace accord.
Thank you for that, by the way. Absolutely, and love you too. Hopefully you have a wonderful Friday. Seriously.
Ukraine
and weekend.
will still be capable to deter and defend itself. We honor our pledges for the long-term capability build-up of the Ukrainian armed forces year after year, milestone after milestone. This is why the German government, backed by the former and the future majority of the German parliament, has increased our budget for military support. This year by 3 million and for the coming years by more than 8 billion euros on top. Russia should be under no illusion. Ukraine is becoming stronger. We must.
I need a drink of
we
this.
will make sure of that.
Man,
I would
this
like to
shit is
thank you,
crazy.
Mark, and your staff for your support of the UDCG meeting here at your headquarters. Without you, this would not have been possible. Thanks for making this conference room feel like an Air Force base. And at that point, I would like to welcome the new ambassador to NATO, Mr. Whittaker. Welcome to that club.
It can be
I
SNS.
would like now, Christian.
Thank you very much. Secretary Minister, we would like the media kindly to depart now.
This shit is wild. Yep. Isn't that crazy, allegedly? She says, what a slap in the face to their senior citizens. Cut their allowances to fund a war they have no business being involved in. And involving themselves super fucking late in the game. What are they doing, dude?
Stupid.
What are they doing? Like, this is a retard move. What a dumb statement. They're only doing it for a statement. Man, this shit is wild.
So that was the very latest this morning, those remarks happening before we came on the air, but I wanted to share it with you.
I didn't vote for this shit either.
As we were sharing this breaking news of Britain announcing more support for Ukraine's fight against Russia. Again, that is a breaking news alert this Friday morning. As we get more information into our Live Now from Fox Studios, you will be the first to know. We are going to step aside for a quick 2-minute commercial break, but when we come...
No. We're not doing that. We're going to bring it right into it right here, right now, because it's continuing breaking news. Yes, thank you all sincerely, by the way. Everyone that's just even here. Like, I have to be super, super grateful and honored. I'm beside myself every day being able to do what I do. Seriously, I wake up and go, like, I get to do this. Like, this is amazing. But seriously, humongous W's out to the Breakfast Club, man. Thank you guys so much again.
Oh, shit.
Yes, sir. Hey, very much appreciate you guys.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox.
Make sure you guys hit that Discord link and make sure because we continue this conversation after the show and we all get to hang out and all of us are a big family in there, man. So make sure you guys hit that Discord link for real. And hit that like button, please, by the way. You may not like what's going on in the world right now, but you guys can like it from me and my takes. Shit. All right, back to this.
With your breaking news headlines this Friday morning, we now head out to the Big Apple. This morning, investigators are working to determine what caused yesterday's tragic helicopter crash on the Hudson. You're getting a live look there here at 6:45 on the East Coast. The pilot and the family of 5 on board for a sightseeing tour were all killed. Fox 5 New York's Robert Moses joining us live at the downtown Manhattan heliport with the latest details. Just tragic news to share this morning, Robert.
Gina, that chopper left from this heliport on the East River at 2:59 p.m. yesterday. 18 minutes later is when...
Okay, so this is regarding the whole Hudson River. This happened yesterday. So now this is them breaking the news, and for at least Fox's side. So let me go ahead and just back that up just a little tiny bit so we can hear what he's saying right here. Reiterate it.
Gina, that chopper left from this heliport on the East River at 2:59 p.m. yesterday. 18 minutes later is when first responders started getting those 911 calls reporting that a chopper had crashed into the Hudson River. There was an enormous emergency response, but unfortunately there would be no survivors. Last night, water cast...
So 6 people were killed, unfortunately, after the helicopter crashes during a sightseeing tour. Ah, that is fucking devastating, dude.
Gated off the mangled fuselage.
No one survived.
Sightseeing helicopter as a crane lifted it out of the Hudson and onto a waiting barge. Police secured other pieces of the doomed chopper for the investigation into what caused it to fall out of the sky. The Bell 206, carrying a family of 5 from Spain along with a pilot, left from the downtown Manhattan heliport right before 3 yesterday afternoon. It flew south towards the Statue of Liberty and then north, reaching the George Washington Bridge at 3:08 before turning back south. Chilling videos show its final seconds.
Brother Beezer, real quick, I'm sorry. Dude, thank you so much. He just hit me with a 20 spot, my man, saying, so Mike can buy a Spider-Man costume and pretend to sling his web goo everywhere. Holy shit, dude. Well, Brother Beezer, he told me a secret once, and he told me that he likes to super glue his thumbs to his nipples and pretend that he's a T-Rex. You know, but hey, the secret is safe between me and you. You know what I mean? Oh shit! Hey man, thank you so much for that 20 spot. Seriously, my man, you know we're gonna web goo this whole motherfucker. Hey, come on. Thank you, brother. Sincerely. Thank you for all your support.
Appeared to fly off. At 3:17, police received multiple 911 calls reporting a chopper in the water.
The propeller just exploded and scattered, right? And then after that, we saw the plane was just spiraling down, like going from left to right, like that. And we were like, oh my God, oh my God.
Among the dead are Agustin.
America Uncensored. My man. Good morning to you and happy Friday as well.
Escobar, an executive with the technology company Siemens, along with his wife Mercedes Comprubi Montal and their 3 children. The pilot has not been identified. New York Helicopter operated the flight. The CEO, Michael Roth, told us that he doesn't know what went wrong. I'm a father and a grandfather, and to have children on there, I'm devastated. I'm absolutely devastated, he said. And I haven't seen anything like that in my 30 years being in business.
The investigation is ongoing, and we have the entire family members. We're lifting them up in prayer.
Oh, shit. We got Hopper McGee coming in hot with a 10 spot, by the way, saying, for Jimmy hats to wear while Spider-Man. Oh, my God. My man Hopper, which is Brother Steve Easy Undercover. You know, I appreciate you, my man. Thank you so much for the kind donation. Selfless, very selfless, kind sir. We got Brother GEG, by the way. Just got to say hey to my man right there. Good morning and happy Friday. And good morning, sir. Hopefully you are doing fantastic. I know we all are over here.
According to the New York Times, the company that operated this chopper has had mechanical issues in the past. Back in 2013, one of its choppers lost power and made an emergency landing.
Dude, back in 2013, choppers have fucking problems all the time. I don't even know why that's relevant. That's totally irrelevant. It had problems in 2013. Yeah, probably another helicopter. And even if it was that one, it doesn't matter. They have problems all the fucking time. So yeah, no, that's kind of irrelevant. If they've been able to fly that damn thing for the last however many fucking years, you know.
The Hudson, and then about 2 years later, another of its choppers crashed in New Jersey while it was hovering about 20 feet or so above the ground.
Hey, appreciate that, Brother Hank. Good morning to you as well, and happy Friday. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
There were no fatalities in either of those cases. That was not the case, however, yesterday. Gina, back to you.
All right, Fox 5 New York's Robert Moses definitely praying for the family members and everyone involved in this tragic incident. Thank you so much for the detailed update. Have a great rest of your day. Thank you. And as we further discuss this breaking news headline, taking you back out to this live look along the Hudson River, we continue to get response in real time from our content partners, bringing this to you.
Look at all this shit.
The banner. We see that President.
Those are the parts in the fucking water, dude. What the fuck? A helicopter just crashed into the Hudson next to my apartment. Hashtag NYC. Like, yeah, of course, this was during a sightseeing fucking tour, and then you're right there where everyone can kind of fucking see you. I mean, this shit was crazy.
Donald Trump responded.
This was yesterday.
He says, terrible helicopter crash in the Hudson River. It looks like 6 people. He goes on to say the secretary.
So I'll tell you one thing. Something that did legitimately, anecdotally happen while I was not out at sea. I was actually in the harbor, and I was working with my buddy Matt. And anyways, we're working, and unfortunately, it was during the day. There was a 2-passenger helicopter that was just flying around out there and just like either sightseeing the harbor or whatever. And me and him are outside of our work office of the ship. Basically, we walk down into the deck, and me and him are working on deck, and me and him both look up at the same time, and we see this fucking helicopter just doing this crazy spiral, and then it just did the whole like tumbling, and then it just crashed right into the water, and both of them unfortunately did not survive. Yeah, that was tragic. We watched it happen right in front of us. You know what I mean? It was right, like no one else saw that shit. We were like, holy fuck, like it was crazy. Anyways, back to this.
Of Transportation, Sean Duffy, and his talent and staff are on it. We also see FDNY. They did respond, as well as Secretary Sean Duffy, who says, quote, we pray for the families and their families. Of course, as we get more information on this breaking news headline, and if we get any.
Yo, that is a big W for the Breakfast Club, by the way. Carney coming in and saying 47 likes. We got 42 watching. Man, you guys are a humongous W today, man. I'm very honored. Thank you guys. Sincerely, I appreciate it.
Updated press conferences. We will share them with you right here on Live Now from Fox. 6:50 here on the East Coast. We're going to take our final 2-minute commercial break of the hour. When we come back, a live.
No. Let's go ahead and skip ahead and see if we've got anything of value here in the media. I knew that there wasn't too much going on afterwards. Trump administration must return Maryland man deported in error. Oh, okay. We got a little, that's an interesting. Oh, this woman. Oh my God, not this woman again. Oh, she is a terrible actor. Okay, let's.
To El Salvador, and that the government's act.
Okay, I want to hear if they.
Fighting for you.
Okay, they did. This is the chick that totally faked it.
Agreed with Abrego Garcia's lawyers that he had legal protection from deportation to El Salvador and that the government's actions were illegal. Justice Sotomayor adding the government's argument, moreover, implies that it could deport and incarcerate any person, including U.S. citizens, without legal consequence, so long as it does so before a court can intervene.
You too, Dragon Classy.
As we mentioned, a U.S. District Court judge ordered Abrego Garcia's return. Then a Richmond, Virginia appeals court upheld that decision, and then the Trump administration appealed to the Supreme Court, which brings us to where we are today. Now, the High Court says that the government must facilitate the return of Abrego Garcia to Maryland, but didn't specify when or how, leaving it up to the U.S. District Court judge who made the original ruling and the government's lawyers and representatives to work it out. That judge did order by 9:30 this morning the government to produce documentation saying what communications they've had or what they plan to do in the future to bring this man home. We did just speak with the attorneys for Abrego Garcia, and his attorney Simon Sandoval-Moschenberg told me the Supreme Court has given the district judge all of the tools.
Be safe out there, brother Steve, a.k.a. Hopper McGee, motherfucker. Hey, man, very much appreciate you. We'll see you on Members Only tomorrow morning. Absolutely, man.
He needs to enforce her order and keep the government on a very short timeline. They said they are very much looking forward to a hearing at 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Fox 5 DC's Melanie Onwick, thank you so much for that detailed overview and breakdown, also sharing what we can expect next. I hope you have a great rest of your day.
Man, that sucks.
Thank
That
you,
whole
Gina.
story.
Thank you.
It's terrible.
As we continue with your top stories and headlines right now, taking you out to the Big Apple, giving you a live look out in New York City along the Hudson.
And I was
River.
responding to a comment, not regarding the deportation thing. But yeah.
That's the site of our next story.
Much love,
We're
brother
gonna step away
Red.
for
Be
a
safe
quick
out there,
2-minute
man.
commercial break. When we come back, we have the very
And thank
latest
you.
from New York Mayor Eric Adams with our Fox 5 New York team. We'll be right back.
Let me see if I even want to hear anything about that. Honestly. Hold on.
Courtesy of our content partners over at the Associated Press. As we continue to dissect and understand the latest on this tragic incident, we do want to check in with our content partners over at Fox 5 New York, as moments ago they just spoke with New York Mayor Eric Adams.
As you know, we are following the tragic aftermath of that deadly helicopter crash yesterday, where a tourism chopper carrying a family of 5 apparently experienced a sudden mechanical failure, causing it to plummet into the Hudson River.
Dozens of first responders and emergency
That's
officials
terrible.
descended on site very quickly, recovering all 6 victims, the family as well as the pilot, along with debris scattered all across the Hudson River. Joining us now, Mayor Eric Adams and FDNY Commissioner Robert Tucker with insight into exactly what happened. Thank you both so much for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Mr. Mayor, I'm sure you've had a chance to take a look at some of these images now. Have you ever seen anything like this, the way this chopper appeared to just rip apart before it goes into the water?
No, I have not. And, you know, from time to time, I use the
Allegedly saying, hey, Mike, need to get my butt back into the work mode. Hoping you have a fabulous birthday. Hug Lucy for me. Hope all chat is well and enjoying their best life. Allegedly, thank you very much again for your very kind, selfless donation today. You have supported me in this channel from day one when you've come around. I'm very honored to have you not only show me so much support and love, but you know, you engage and you love hanging out with us. So I'm very honored with that as well. So I'm just honored to be a part of the family type shit. So anyways, I hope you have a wonderful day. Sincerely.
The NYPD helicopter, so it gives you a level of, just comfort when you see something like that. But you got to have faith in the mechanics and the pilots that are well trained, but no, I have never witnessed anything like that before.
We know that the chopper took off about 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon, was in the air for about 18 minutes, went down to the Statue of Liberty, up to the George Washington Bridge, was heading back toward Lower Manhattan, and at some point something went wrong. Any indication this morning, any new insight into what may have happened here?
No, and the federal government, they are extremely thorough in their investigation when you have crashes dealing with...
What's up, Brother Slim? My man. Good to see you, by the way. Good morning to you and happy Friday.
Helicopters or airplanes. And so we are going to work with them, collaborate with them to find out exactly what happened here. We know the ages of the young people involved, 4, 8, and 10. And unfortunately, the 8-year-old, it was his birthday today. So this is probably part of a normal...
Oh, man. So just so you guys know, we do have the Breakfast Club emotes for you guys now. So we have 4 right now. So the truth is the way they do it is you need a certain amount of members in order to break, to get more emotes so that you can unlock more. So you can have more than 4. You can have maybe 6 or 8 or however many. They do it by brackets. So we're only 5 more members away to add more emotes. And we have them ready on deck. All we got to do is upload them. But just announcing that. So Oh, shit. Right when I fucking said that, Papa Penguin comes in and gives 5 to make that fucking shit happen. Yo. My man, thank you so much for that. Like, I'm sincerely honored, and thank you very, very much. And guys, if you guys got a gifted membership from anyone, make sure you thank them. This shit ain't free. This is a fantastic way of not only helping me and this channel, but it's to help you guys too become Breakfast Club members, and as well as hang out with us on the Breakfast Club members only live streams on Saturday. So make sure you guys pop in Saturday, which is tomorrow morning. We're going to have an open panel for just the members tomorrow. So it's going to be a great ass time. But Papa Penguin, thank you again for your selfless donations. Sincerely, man, it goes a long way.
Attraction of seeing the city from the skyline. But it's just a real unfortunate situation, and our heart goes out to the family members. And I communicated with the Council General yesterday to let her know that we're here to help any way that's
Man, I've taken a few helicopter tours, and I have also taken the helicopter from the Port of Long Beach to Catalina Island and back. I've probably done that like 20 times. I'm not even joking. I've probably done that at least 20 times. It's like a 30-minute helicopter ride. It's awesome. Anyways, back to this.
Possible.
Commissioner, obviously this is a tragedy. We are praying for that family. Yeah. This could have been a disaster for New York City. I mean, just seconds away from, could have been a crash landing in Manhattan. Are your people with the fire department trained to handle something like this? Or did that go through your mind at all?
Yeah, obviously it always goes through my mind. The FDNY is
Shit. Really? What's up, Dean?
An all hazards public safety agency. We train every day for incidents like this. Our rescued divers and our rescue.
Yeah, I feel that. You worked in them. You know, I looked at it as a luxury back then. You know what I mean? We got Darren, by the way, saying Mike Ball. Hey, Mike in chat. Hope everyone is well. Darren, good morning to you and happy Friday. Hopefully you're enjoying yourself so far. We definitely are.
Swimmers and our firemen and EMTs and paramedics are really ready for anything. And so yesterday was a tragic day, but it was choreographed like a ballet, working with our NYPD partners. We were at the scene very quickly. We have a fire boathouse almost directly opposite where this incident took place. And our firefighters were in the water almost immediately. We were joined by the NYPD very quickly. And unfortunately, the results weren't great, but the rescue operation proves that we're ready for anything.
I mean, that flotation device did not deploy.
Yeah, no kidding. Papa Penguin says, I love how they're just now realizing having flight paths going over housing is a potential problem. Yeah, no fucking kidding. You know what I mean? Like, definitely a fucking problem. And it's funny how a lot of these guys will like sit here and pretend, oh, we didn't know that, you know. Now we know.
There were so many problems with that helicopter. Do
me
we know
too,
anything
Beezer, me
more?
too.
Yeah, the federal government, NTSB, and other federal agencies are working closely with New Jersey authorities to investigate this crash, and we're going to let them do their job.
New York Helicopters, the company that operated this particular tourism helicopter, has had a couple...
Whoa, what's up? We got brother Sage Outcast up in the building. Good morning to you, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your Friday morning so far, and happy Friday to you. Good to see you, man. By the way, Sage Outcast, I didn't know up until fairly recently that he's also a content creator. Make sure you guys go over there to Sage. He's got a lot of information over there, man. Like, make sure you guys go and check him out. Sincerely, he's a really good dude. You know what I mean? I've talked to him for a little bit, but he's seems to be awesome. And we're going to be doing a little show here soon together. We'll have a conversation about tariffs or whatever the case is, politics. But it'll be a great conversation. Anyways, back to this.
In the past 2013, a chopper lost power over the Hudson. No injuries or issues there. Another issue that happened in New Jersey a couple years before that. Mr. Mayor, any worries at all?
Good to see you, David. Good morning to you as well. Shout out to Mississippi, by the way.
About this specific company, any questions that you have that you need answered this morning?
Hey, there are thousands of flights we have, particularly around tourism, and even flights that would take.
Oh man, Tiffany, thank you so much, and let them know I very much appreciate the birthday wishes. I very much appreciate that. So thank you guys, and thank you guys for your endless support. Sincerely, man, I'm very honored, like I said, to be a part of this family.
Individuals to different parts of the
What's
state.
up, Gunpowder Nitro?
Safety
Good morning
is
to you as
one
well.
of the
Happy Friday.
parts of the investigation to find out exactly what happened. As you indicated, the
Hell yeah,
helicopter
Sage.
parts came off the helicopter, and so safety is going to be at the heart of this. And to look at the record of the pilot as well as the record of maintenance of the helicopter. This is going to be a thorough investigation. The NTSB, really, I don't think any investigatory body is as good as they are when it comes down to finding out exactly what happened in crashes of this magnitude.
Mr. Mayor, I'm just wondering, some people are just calling for these.
Yeah, I wouldn't be so LOL about that situation, though, Papa. You know what I mean? I don't think I'd take it that well.
Tour helicopters to stop in New York City.
And thank you for that, Darren. We hit the big 3-0 this year, so we made it another decade on this planet. So new section of my life I'm going into.
Is there a way that the city could stop it? Are you interested in stopping it with the landing and taking off in our area?
Helicopter transportation is used and is part of not only the attractions of tourism.
Thank you, Gunpowder Nitro, as well, by the way.
Many of our business leaders, they use the mode of transportation to get to and from Kennedy Airport and other locations out as they go on with their daily lives. That is part of the attractions of businesses being in the city, people coming to the city, seeing the city from the air. As part of this attraction, what we must do is make sure it's safe.
I get the hint there, Beezer.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Emotional damage.
Shit.
Make sure it's done correctly, and make sure that all
proper
maintenance is put in place. And so I'm not looking.
And thank you for that, Dwayne. I very much appreciate you doing that.
To stop or advocate to stop it from happening. Air travel is important. We're getting ready to move to electric helicopters. That is the way of the future. And so air travel is crucial to this city, and we need to make sure it's done safely.
Commissioner, getting back to the rescue and your people being in the water, how difficult was it for them to remove those bodies from the helicopter because they were upside down, right?
Look, these are complicated and very
tricky
rescue situations.
This is a terrible situation, and I mean the entire flight, no one survived. It was all 6 passengers. Well, 5 passengers and 1 pilot, right? But man, that's
more
crazy.
Difficult by the weather yesterday, which was not great, and the water's still quite cold. But again, the professionals.
Hell yeah, you got to make the stupid decisions again. It built you into who exactly you are today. You know what I mean? You can't take nothing back, man.
That were in the water from the FDNY and the NYPD did an absolutely amazing job, and these
Charles,
these people were gotten to very quickly, removed very quickly, and unfortunately succumbed to their injuries.
They buckled up in the helicopter.
You know what I got to do, by the way? We got to set up a raid for someone, whoever's live. I'm going to start looking right now, by the way.
Yeah, I mean, everybody was buckled up, but it's still you saw the video as I did. I'm sure that helicopter came down pretty hard.
Commissioner, we heard that 2 people may have been pulled alive, or they were alive when they were actually rescued, and then later died either on the way to the hospital or at the hospital. Can you confirm that?
There were 2 people removed to the hospital, and 4 people were at the scene.
Let me see.
I can't confirm whether they were alive or dead. The truth is that we treat everyone like they're alive. We pull everyone out of there quickly, and the medical paramedics and EMTs on the Jersey side addressed those concerns.
And Mr. Mayor, I just want to go back to issues that some people have brought up about these helicopters in the past. Obviously, it's a huge part of the tourism. There are helipads all around near the water in New York City. 38 people, though, have died.
Hey, as of right now, Beezer, it's going to be taken off, but there is an actual nacho freaking emote for you guys right here, right now, for you guys, because of the funny ass whole ordeal with the nachos thing with Hollywood and China Doll. I actually have that emote right now. So super funny. Anyways,
helicopter crashes over the course of time in New York City. Is there anything that you think at this point, or is it too early to start talking about, oh, we need to have restrictions here or different things there?
No, and I think that after any form of malfunction, crash, or challenge, sometimes that's the immediate thought. We should ban the helicopters, or we should not have this tourism in type of attraction in our city. And I think we should let the investigation go its course and make sure that safety is important. And I cannot overemphasize when I speak with business leaders and our tourism industry. We had 65 million tourists that came into the city last year. This is all part of the attraction of being in New York. People want to see the city.
That is true. I mean, helicopter rides and tourist, kind of rides like this happen all the fucking time, every day, multiple times a day in these major cities. Happens all the time.
From the sky is part of the attractions. What is crucial here is that any airport or any air device that is done with the proper maintenance and proper safety to make sure that it's done correctly. And I think that's what we need to lean into, and that's what this investigation is going to determine.
Mayor Eric Adams, FCNY Commissioner Robert Tucker, thank you so much for being on Good Day this morning.
Yeah, I think he might be counting the illegals too.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
All right, and that was the very latest from our Fox
Nacho Mama
team as they spoke with Mayor Eric Adams moments ago on that deadly helicopter crash. As I give you a live look along the Hudson River here at 8:31 on the East Coast. Again, a quick content reminder.
You got to know your strengths. You know what I mean? You got to know what works for you. You know what I mean? Big smiles.
For you this Friday morning. My colleague Josh Breslow going back and forth with the National Transportation Safety Board, working to get the latest information. He shares with me that they do plan to hold a briefing today on this Hudson helicopter crash, but they have yet to confirm a time. So make sure you are staying tuned to Live Now from Fox for the latest developments. We're going to step away for a quick 2-minute commercial break.
That is perfect. Let's make sure the man is still going live. Yes, he is still live. Okay, good. So, ladies and gentlemen, I cannot thank each and every single one of you guys enough for hanging out with us, because you guys could have been anywhere else in the world, but you guys decided to be right here with me, man. So major W's to you guys. Now, also, I got to give a special thank you to everyone that wished me happy birthday and sent, not only your guys' support, but also monies, your guys' selfless donations, your gifted memberships, your super chats, super stickers, Cash Apps, PayPal. Like, man, I'm very honored by you guys. So thank you. This has been a fantastic way to start the beginning of my 30s. So I'm very honored that I was able to hang out with you guys for that. And listen, a little side note, follow my Instagram right here if you guys are at all interested to hang out with me or check out what I do on my, off the show, at Ball Valve TVs, where you guys can find me on Instagram. And that's a great way to get a hold of me, as well as Discord. You guys can, that's more of like all of us hanging out. Make sure you guys hit up that Discord, because all of you guys primarily majority of you guys are already in there. So we all keep the conversation going all day and all night, man. So make sure you guys join up on that, and make sure you guys also hit that like button. You guys don't have to like the chaos that's happening in the world, but you guys can like it for me and my takes and help out this channel. So I'm very honored with that. Thank you guys from the bottom of my heart for making my the start of my 30s amazing. And until tomorrow morning, for the members only, by the way, for anyone that got a gifted membership, Excuse me. Anyone that got a gift of membership, be around for tomorrow morning, 10 a.m. CST, 11 a.m. Eastern. Make sure you guys hang out. We're going to be doing a members-only open panel for you guys, man. It's going to be a great-ass time. So make sure you guys hit that up tomorrow morning. And if you guys are not members, we will see you guys on Monday morning for more of the world's madness. Because you guys know Sunday is my one day that I stay off the net, you know. So anyways, much love, honor, and respect to all of you legends. And we'll see you guys tomorrow for the members only. Much love. Stick around for the raid, by the way. We're raiding Black Dragon.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart, steel, and a spirit unbroken, he rides on to his ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar, insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow, he takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hears back to a